While widespread calls for democratic reform characterized the Libyan uprising, the West's decisive intervention sealed Gaddafi's fate. Reports of human rights abuses quickly reached the international community, providing the West with a pretext for action. Gaddafi's government responded with severe measures to stop the protests and stifle dissent. Spearheading the charge, Western nations pushed through the 1973 United Nations Security Council resolution. This granted them broad authority to use all necessary measures in Libya, justifying the NATO-led bombing campaign that followed. Under the guise of protecting civilians, these airstrikes crippled Gaddafi's military. This turned the tide in favor of the rebels, who might have otherwise struggled against Gaddafi's loyal forces. The West's motives extended beyond simple humanitarian concerns. Removing Gaddafi, a long-time thorn in their side, aligned with geopolitical ambitions. Additionally, securing influence in oil-rich Libya was undoubtedly factored into the nation's calculations. Gaddafi's death marked the end of his 42-year rule and opened the door to increased Western involvement with the now fragmented nation.
Of the U.S. ambassador with the instability in northern Mali with Boko Haram, is that the connection you're drawing?
There is connection. And we know that there will be a price to pay in the way that it all went in Libya. That at the end of the day, all of us in Africa and all those who masterminded the way it happened will have to pay a price. And we are now paying the price.
So as you were watching the euphoria surrounding the Arab Spring unfold, you were one of those individuals who felt, hang on for a minute, this is not going to play out the way some people may expect.
Now, it was too early to shout uhuru with the Arab Spring. And some of us said that look, what will be the final outcome of this? Let us wait and see. When you have violence and violent overthrow of regimes, you do not know exactly what the final outcome will be.
Did the involvement of the international community, particularly through NATO airstrikes under UN Resolution 1973, influence the outcome of the Arab Spring in Libya? These events highlight the complex interplay of internal dissatisfaction and external intervention. The broader regional context and decisive international actions significantly influenced the Arab Spring in Libya, in addition to the internal demand for change. The aftermath left Libya in a state of instability and political fragmentation, which continues to affect the country today. Since 2011, Libya has been in a state of flux. Following the removal of Gaddafi, the lack of a unified central government has created a power vacuum. This has given rise to various factions and militias competing for power and influence. The resulting instability has had a severe impact on the country's development and the formation of a functioning, representative government. External influences, such as international actors and the United Nations, claim to have sought to promote peace and stability. Mediation efforts and peace talks have been ongoing. However, individual nations have also pursued their interests in the region, sometimes supporting opposing factions. While well-intended, these external interventions have further complicated the situation in Libya. Social program impacts. Significant disruptions have occurred to the social systems established under Gaddafi, such as free education, health care, and housing. Conflict has damaged or closed schools and hospitals, and limited resources have decreased their overall efficacy. Technically, there is still a framework for free education, but quality and accessibility have suffered significantly. Libya's economy is heavily dependent on oil revenues. Conflict-driven fluctuations in oil production and disruptions at crucial ports have created extreme instability. This instability directly impacts funding for public services and reconstruction efforts.
That's a wrap, History Seekers. Catch the full story on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.